Greetings. Welcome to Growth Hacking Show, where we have the experts, business owners, serial entrepreneurs, funding specialists who are here and come and share their experiences, how you can avoid the mistakes what they have gone through or they have seen other people doing mistakes so you don't have to do it. And plus, they are going to share their success secrets over the years, how you can actually get in the speed lane to grow your business. So today I have no other than very special guest, Raymond Scott from Miami, Florida. It's a very, very beautiful place. Miami beaches are wonderful. They are, and he lives there. And in fact, not only he lives there, he is the private funding, like a loan specialist, like a funding specialist, like a business owners. You know, out of 100 business owners, almost 76% plus cannot get a bank funding from the banks. What happened to them? They go to the private sources, hard money lending, private institutional money is not available. Maybe there are many 401ks, IRAs. You don't work with them directly. There are specialist brokers in the middle who actually connected with them. And in fact, in some cases, maybe they can work with you so that you are bankable. You know, the bank money is always the cheapest money in most cases. Private money is a little bit expensive. However, they can work with you to make it bankable. If still you're not bankable, they can still work with you to make your funding should not be an excuse of not being creating a success for yourself and for your partners and for your family. Please join me to give a warm welcome to Raymond Scott. Raymond, welcome.
How you doing, Mr. Muhammad? Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Raymond, let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who you were surrounded with that end up helping you to start this business?
First of all, I'd like to say thank you again for having me. I got into this space from a good friend of mine's. I would always see him, very nice dress, took care of his family, always went on vacations. And I asked him one day after church service, what is it that you do? And in a nutshell, he shared with me what he did. And that next day, the very next day, that Monday afternoon, he sat down and broke it down to me, became my mentor in this space. And then I later on started off to do my own funding.
How long you have been doing this?
I would say going on a little over 2 years now.
Wonderful. Is it a nice journey or like a bumpy? What type of journey you had for 2 years?
Well, I can definitely say it's been a bumpy ride, but I pretty much expected that. I expected it to be bumpy. I expected to have hurdles, but for the most part, I wouldn't trade it for anything. I set my own schedule. I'm able to basically be a solution to problems that many business owners have, and every business owner needs money.
Wonderful. In fact, everyone need money, including the people who are watching that right now. They need money to grow their business, their real estate. It could be any personal loan, business loan, or the real estate loan, commercial, residential. Raymond Scott is almost like a one-stop shop, you know, where you can actually discuss your funding needs for yourself.
Right.
And his sources are private money and the like hard money lending and many other things. So Raymond, before we get into any contacting you for anything, so we want to know your wisdom. Please share with us the top three missteps, but you know business owners should avoid when they're in process to contact with the lending source.
Okay, so when you're in contact with lenders and you're looking for funding, you have to know that there are three things that every lender is mostly looking for. First off, they want to know your credit score, so they're basically looking for your credit worthiness. And then secondly, they want to know what is your business monthly revenue, and most of the lenders, they want to know your last 3 months of revenue in your business. Some may ask for last 6 months. And then they want to know what is your experience in the space that you're asking for money. Okay, because they want to make sure that they're not giving money to a rookie, but they want to make sure that they're lending money to someone who knows what they're doing. And then lastly, you want to know, what are you using the money for? Is it for working capital? Is it for equipment? Is it to purchase real estate? Is it for fix and flip? You have to be specific because lenders need to know what is the use of funds for.
So what mistakes people do when they actually contact with the people like yourself?
A lot of times they don't have the credit score that they need. They don't know their credit score. That's like a big thing. They don't have a clue of what their credit score is. Another thing they do is when you're talking with lenders, you have to be you have to have some type of notepad, because lenders a lot of times they don't have time to sit on the phone for with you long. So you want to take down what they're looking for, get it ready as quickly as possible, and send it to them in one email. One thing I've noticed is I would get information from business owners and they're sending like 10 different emails. When you submit your information, it is important to send it in one nice email so that it can be submitted properly.
Wonderful. So those are the things like that's a great wisdom from your experience. So what are the top three success secrets for someone to actually work to make it process smooth to actually get a business loan?
Here's it is. You need to know your credit score. First of all, you need to know your credit score.
Yeah.
Most lenders, they want to know your credit score. Once you know that, then what we'll do is a lot of times if you have your credit score and your last 3 months of bank statements, you're ready, set to go. There's no stopping. Pretty much you're going right into underwriting. Underwriting will look at your file and say, hey, they have strong bank statements, their credit score is good, we're ready to get them funded. And most of the sources that I have can get funding 10 days or less. It just varies.
Wonderful. So you're looking at the revenue. You're not looking at their profit because is it how you don't need a balance like a balance sheet and the financial statements.
Now, balance sheet and the P&L, that's what they would call it, the P&L sheet, that will be for more of the larger loans. But for like a more of a smaller loan, they kind of look at just the last 3 months of revenues. Now, for the larger loans, they want to see a P&L balance sheet. So I would say any loan of maybe about 50,000 plus, they would want to see a profit and loss balance sheet.
So small loan, anything $50,000 or less is a call in your definition is a small loan. Anything above is a, like a where you need a balance sheet and the P&L
Yes,
profit and loss statement.
yes.
So people who are watching this right now, if they in case they need any funding, how they can contact you, how they can support you.
Well, I know there should be like a link at the top or the bottom of this video. And I'm also on Facebook, Raymond Scott. Actually a Navy veteran. So it's not really hard to find me on Facebook. And then, like I said, the link at the top or the bottom of this video, you can contact me. I'll be glad to help you.
In fact, we are going to tag them on Facebook. So if you're watching it on Facebook, there's a tag. If it's in YouTube, in the description, there's a link for Scott Raymond. And on LinkedIn, there's probably something somewhere how you can actually outreach to Raymond Scott. So Raymond, as we are about to wrap up, what would you say as a final word?
As a final word to business owners or anyone that is looking for funding, funding is available for you. You just need to make sure that you have your information, you're clear of what you need the money for. And I also want to let you know, once you get the money, your vision, whatever you set out to do, it can be accomplished. You just have to make sure that you're organized. Lenders love to see business owners that are organized. I love to work with other organized individuals because it makes the process smoother. I also like to say, for those that may not have the best credit, because that's one of the number one things too. A lot of lenders don't deal with people who don't have good credit. Well, I also have credit restoration as well. So I thought of this process. I said, well, if all of the lenders are turning away people with bad credit, how do they get funding? They still need help. They still need, to finish their project. They still need to do what they need to do. What is the solution for them? I have that solution, credit restoration. I have a great partner that could help you get your credit up. I said between 30 and 45 days. And now, not only are you be able to get the money that you want, but you have a better credit score and you have a better interest rate. You're not paying high interest rates as you were to before. So if I can just say that to close out, get your stuff together, get organized. Money is available. I want to be able to help you solve that money problem.
Wonderful. And there, as a bonus thing, I want to ask: do you work with real estate investors who buy and flip, fix and flip, and
Absolutely, absolutely. It's
Okay.
a wonderful field, excellent field to be in. Any investor, I encourage you, stay in that field. It's an excellent field.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Raymond, for sharing your wisdom with us today on the behalf of Growth Hacking Show community and our entire team. We really appreciate you. This is Mohammed Siddique signing off from Atlanta, Georgia, wishing you good luck, good sales. I do have a path across again with an amazing guest. Until then, all best wishes.
Thank you. Have a good one.